And with a roundup of all this week's European footballing action, Trevor Wilson presents Sports Night. Good evening, good to see you back here for Sports Night, where we've got the second half of the UEFA Champions League quarter-finals and 2 Europa League quarter-finals to bring you. It's a packed night of European action, just the way you remember as well. Here's what we've coming up for you tonight. We start tonight with Liverpool versus Paris Saint-Germain, which after Liverpool's narrow win thanks to Thiago Silva's mistake, can the European champions continue their defence of the championship and find their way through to the semi-finals? After Tottenham's heroics, after going down to 10 men against Barcelona, they travel to the new camp tonight knowing a huge task was ahead of them. But Jose Mourinho's men have a habit of causing an upset in the new camp. Could they do so tonight? Plus, we'll bring you action from Manchester City's trip to Atalanta, as well as Juventus and FC Bayern Munich Part 2. In the Europa League, Manchester United drew 2-2 with FC Kopenhagen. We've got the return leg at Old Trafford. And we'll also bring you highlights from Wolves' trip hosting Inter Milan at Molineux. So first and foremost, it is to Liverpool that kick off our games today. Now, in the previous game you might have seen Liverpool came away a tad lucky, but Paris Saint-Germain have never got past the quarter-finals in 10 plus years of trying to introduce the sort of new French version of the Galacticos. It was a fantastic match, and Trevor Davis is your match commentator.
Well, it is the big game here in Europe. Paris Saint-Germain know that they need to break their quarter-final ducks, and to do it they've got to beat the European champions tonight. A 1-0 goal will be enough for them to progress through. Thomas Tuchel goes with the same side that lost thanks to Thiago Silva's mistake. He keeps the armbands and has vowed in French media that that will not happen here tonight. Parc de Paris, though, doesn't cope well with English sides, and Liverpool know that the spirit may be with them. Jurgen Klopp again has the luxury of naming an unchanged side that played the last time. As of in midweek, though, James Milner drops out for Jordan Henderson, as does Gomez's partner Van Dijk up front. Corners arriving at great pace for both sides in the opening 20 minutes. That is an ambitious attempt by Moynier. Didn't look to be worrying Alisson the moment he let fly on his left foot. Was a bit of curl and dip to the ball, but the goalkeeper had that one well covered. Wonderful atmosphere, but as things stand, it is Liverpool that are through to the semi-finals. We know how the draw will play out. Oh, now a chance and a goal! Neymar! Paris Saint-Germain rewrite the script and get themselves level, and as things stand now, it is the French champions that are in the semi-final. A date potentially with Manchester City. Great work though from the pass inside, and credit to Mauro Icardi. He waits his time, and Neymar this time goes for power and smashes the ball right past a helpless Alisson Becker. Neymar's goal 23 minutes gone. Paris Saint-Germain in control. Mane. Wijnaldum. Andy Robertson has skipped past Angel Di Maria. Can he provide a quality cross? He's pulled it back! And there is an equaliser from Liverpool straight away from Sadio Mane. The man for the big occasion in Liverpool's European season brings them level. Paris Saint-Germain were heading through for about 3 minutes. Great work by Andy Robertson. It was a great pass back. Mane obviously gave Robert Firmino the shouts to leave it. He did. Oh, it's right through Robert Firmino's legs. Liverpool responds. Massive efforts required. They've got themselves back into the tie and in control. Di Maria still. Andy Robertson with an excellent challenge. But a poor pass. Moynier. One back with Neymar. Here is Moynier. Oh, it was blocked and it's gone wide. Verratti to Icardi. Number 18 with the volley. Oh, it hits Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool already defending for their lives. We're only 29 minutes into the game. Be a long hour for Liverpool to keep this up for. Short for Verratti. Another corner is awarded. Mane with some defending. Bernat. Thiago Silva. How costly is his mistake going to be perhaps over the course of this tie? Mbappe, who has shown one moment of real quality here, but other than that, it's been a bit of a passenger. Idrissi Begay. And that's fallen to Angel Di Maria. Di Maria's low cross is a poor one. Oh, it's a mistake. And now it's Icardi. Oh, and a goal! A huge goal for Paris Saint-Germain. With level on aggregate. Right in time added on. And now we are extra time bound if nothing else happens. And it was a Liverpool mistake. And it was Jordan Henderson losing the ball on the edge of the area. Icardi, from the moment he battled one-on-one with Alisson, a sense of inevitability. Jurgen Klopp frustrated. The noise in the Parc des Paris is absolutely deafening. Paris Saint-Germain, a huge moment for them. Huge moment in the game and in the UEFA Champions League thus far. We're all square. 3-3 on aggregate. 2-1 to Paris Saint-Germain at half-time. Mane has the important goal for Liverpool. Now it's time for calculators, it's time for nerves, it's time for courage. Because the second half, or maybe more, could decide this quarter-final. Salah. Alexander-Arnold goes inside to Fabinho. Tries to look for that lofted pass towards Mo Salah. Firmino, Salah, Henderson. Henderson's cross. It's not a bad looking one. Mane nearly got to that, and I think that was excellent defending in the end. Well, James Milner's going to replace Jordan Henderson. Alexander-Arnold to take the corner. Looking for Van Dijk. Good header away. Milner's first touch is to head the ball back. There's Mo Salah. Keita. Mane. Naby Keita. Ball back to Mane. Oh, what a massive, massive moment in the match that could be. Sadio Mane scores. A second away goal for Liverpool. And they're back in front of the tie. And he runs to Jurgen Klopp, and as does the team. Paris Saint-Germain have to score twice now. There cannot be extra time. It's a huge goal, and maybe Keylor Navas will think he should have done better here. Oh, indeed he should. He got a hand to it. The life, the soul of these French fans has been sucked out of them by the collective gasp at Mane's goal. Up against Virgil van Dijk. Does very well. Paredes. Sarabia. Oh, delightful of the pass in for Mbappe. Alisson read it. Long clearance towards Mane. Marquinhos wins the ball. Here is Marquinhos. Dangerous looking cross. Mbappe's header is saved. Alisson comes to the party. And the goalkeeper produces a big moment, but in all fairness, Mbappe's header was right at the Liverpool goalkeeper. Neymar's corner. And it is cleared away by Fabinho. Marquinhos. Paredes. Thiago Silva. Pretty much playing as a midfielder now. Sarabia. Coming up to time added on. Mbappe. Oh, brilliantly done. Icardi. Oh, there's hope for Paris Saint-Germain yet. And as things stand, Liverpool are still throwing away goals. Oh, we're going to have a very nervous added time. And we don't know how much longer they'll be, but the referee may add on a bit more time for the goal. Mbappe with a delightful back heel that played through Icardi. Mauro Icardi, when he was through, a cool finish. Well, it's all set up now. Paris Saint-Germain know if they score, they're through. It's as simple as that. An impossible situation, and the match lives on. Liverpool through at the moment as things stand on away goals. There will be 3 minutes of time added on, of which we've played a minute already. Liverpool just have to keep the ball. Salah. Bernard intercepts. Navas. Got to go forward for Paris Saint-Germain. Referee here, though, has awarded a free kick in favour of Liverpool, and that might just be it. We've played 3 minutes now. Alexander-Arnold, surely this is it. He's adding on time for the goal, and that's it! That is it! Liverpool find themselves in an all-English semi-final. Paris Saint-Germain bow out of the Champions League again. They've gone one better than before, but beyond this quarter-finals is their big hoodooks. The European champions are in the final four and will play Manchester City with the chance to defend their trophy. A semi-final for Liverpool. Paris Saint-Germain are out. Liverpool are through on away goals of what has been a brilliant, brilliant game.
Well, excellent game. That was really, really fun, really enjoyable. Hope you enjoyed that. Liverpool through then to the semi-finals. And the way the draw was shaping up, their opponents could either be Atalanta or Manchester City. With the match report from that, here's Trevor Tilsley.
So after the win at the City of Manchester Stadium, it was the English side that was confident of progress through to the semi-finals. And it happened quite early on, halfway through the first half after Aguero's lovely pass. Bernardo Silva was through for a comfortable finish. And it just eased any nerves that there might be. It also sucked the life out of the Atalanta fans. Manchester City were able to double their lead in the 35th minute. Raheem Sterling's initial effort was safe, but he was there quickest to follow up better than anybody else. Replay showed that Sterling might have to work on his finishing, but his reactions were absolutely lightning quick. Manchester City continued to force pressure and perhaps should have got a third goal. Raheem Sterling's effort just going wide of the post. But in the end it was a comfortable night for Manchester City, who enjoyed a fabulous first half. Yet somehow they only won by 2-0. This brilliant block on Kevin De Bruyne showed just the difference between success and failure at Europe's highest level. Excellent defending. And that's how it finished. There wasn't much in the second half. Good old-fashioned shake of hands by the managers at the end of the game, and Manchester City walked off to one of their more professional performances. But they will know, more importantly, in their last Champions League campaign for a while, they're in the semi-final.
So it is confirmed the first semi-final of the UEFA Champions League of 2020 is going to be Manchester City versus Liverpool. And that's when we're here proud to announce to you that we're going to be coming to you live here for the Battle of Britain, Manchester City and Liverpool. We've got both legs exclusively live and uninterrupted here on Trevor Sports. But who will take the other two semi-final places? Well, Tottenham Hotspur travelled to the Nou Camp. A 1-0 draw against Barcelona might not seem the worst in the world, but they did falter away and at times look completely out of their depth. Could Mourinho's men hang on? Watching this one is Trevor Motson.
Well, welcome to the Nou Camp, where the news is that Ndombele, who was sent off in the first leg, he does play tonight, and he's had his red card rescinded, apparently by UEFA for this. So here we go again. Barcelona fielding the same team, which drew 1-1 and played some magnificent football at Spurs the other week. And they keep the same team, and confident they can go through here. It's usually a fortress here at the Nou Camp. Spurs again, name practically the same team as before. This is going to be a real tough test for them. They need to score tonight to give themselves any chance at all. Well, we're 7 minutes into a game really that Spurs in white there could do with winning. Barcelona attacking the goal. Away to my right, this is Antoine Griezmann, the French talisman. And he's done really well, gets the crossing. Messi with a header. Oh, you feel for Spurs there. There was a few artsy mouths, I'm sure, wearing white there. Because when Messi gets into them final thirds, boy, is he dangerous or what? Mora. Dyer. Mora again. Ali. This is going to be the moment. Kane on the turn. Well, Harry Kane under a little bit of pressure maybe. Should have done better there. Shot on the turn, going wide of the target. And hitting our cameraman. Alba. It's a good ball onto Griezmann. Did really well. Oh, Urier there with an awful challenge on Antoine Griezmann, and that's going to be a yellow card there from the referee. It was a little bit on the naughty side, it's got to be said. Tackle from behind, and under the laws of the game, has to be punished with a yellow card. Alba. And again, De Jong. Spurs looking very, very nervously on here as Barcelona just patiently play the ball around. And oh, and that's another foul. That's another foul by Urier. Oh, I thought he might have gone then. Urier. It was another bad challenge. Let's have a look at it again. It's Messi this time. He went right through him. Gets away with it. 2 minutes into the second half. Still Spurs needing that goal really. They need to score tonight to stay in the European Cup. 0-0 will not do. Son! And that was a remarkable save from ter Stegen at a time when Barcelona needed it most. Here's Ben Davies. And look at the space he's got in there. Barcelona aren't chucking him at all. There were 3 in the middle, and that was a disappointing cross, it has to be said, by Ben Davies. It really was, because Spurs were in a good position there, but now it's Messi to Suarez, Suarez to Messi, now Griezmann, he's fouled there by Uri, he might well go now with half an hour to go, he's off, and I'm afraid he asked for that. He got away with one earlier, and he was on a yellow card. He couldn't afford to make another challenge like that. He's just taken out Griezmann, and it's gone. And now Barcelona will push for the final flourish now against 10 men, with Arthur on for Frankie de Jong. Ndombele, Son, Kane, Ali! Still there, still a chance, Ali! Good save by De Stegen. Well, Barca making another change here. Rakitic on, off foot rather, and Sergio Roberto on, and Ndombele replaced by Moussa Sissoko, who changed it. The entire complexion of the game at Tottenham in the first leg. And this is a totally different kettle of fish. This is Griezmann with a cross. Now Lucas Moura, 67 minutes gone. Oh, that's a poor ball. Wasn't going to find his man. Wasn't going to find Son Heung-min at all. Here's Messi, and here's Messi. Oh, it's a brilliant goal! Lionel Messi. The talisman strikes again. You can't keep him out of the game. And Lucas Moura will hang his head for all of sundry now for this, because he gave the ball away. 2 passes later, it's into the path of Messi. 1 touch to control, then the deadly left foot does the rest. Lloris hasn't got a hope, and Barcelona lead 2-1 on aggregate. 1-0 on the night. Spurs need to score to take it to extra time. So Spurs need to score now, as I say, to take it to extra time. Here's Suarez to settle it. Suarez! Oh, and Lloris has got Spurs in it. He's kept them in the European Cup. He had to get down there, the big French goalkeeper, and he got his rain down magnificently. 9 minutes to go. Can the 10 men find an equaliser from somewhere? Here's Arthur though. And still Arthur. And still Arthur. Where's the Spurs defence? Have just parted. They've parted company. Here's Arthur with a cross, and oh, it could have been Kanze. Still might be Alba. And Sissoko has fouled it. Free kick. Free kick to Barcelona. I think Suarez will take it. Dembele replaces Semedo. And Barca now looking to finish it now. It's going to be Luis Suarez, right foot. Can he finish the job off? 4 in the wall. Suarez, it's there! And Spurs not only need 2 goals, they need snookers now. Luis Suarez makes it 2. And Barcelona, barring accidents, are heading into the semi-finals of the Champions League. And this was a free kick of sheer genius as well. It's got to be said, pure genius. Not as good as the Messi one at Tottenham the other week, but still a fantastic free kick, and it's got Spurs now well and truly on the rack. And there goes the whistle. Mourinho's team have been beaten. They gave it their best shot this evening, but it just wasn't enough. And when you've got the likes of Suarez and Messi on the field, you've got every possibility of going through. Spurs were always handicapped from the 60th minute onwards with that red card, and that's what's cost them in the end. Final score, Barcelona 2, Spurs 0 on the night, 3-1 to Barcelona on aggregate.
Well, sadly, Tottenham Hotspur's Champions League campaign comes to an end. Excellent work there by Barcelona. It's their free kick, their Deadpool specialists that have made the difference to them, and Barcelona march on. Their opponent's really going to be Bayern Munich or Juventus, and Juventus did lead 1-0 after the previous game. So here is the full report again from Trevor Tilsley.
Bayern Munich had a 1-0 deficit to turn around, and Juventus had an away goal, so it was important to keep your head. Sadly, nobody told Jerome Boateng. Just over half an hour gone in the contest, and he was sent off for a horrible challenge from behind. And from this, it never really was a case of Bayern Munich being able to recover. On home soil, the Italians were able to find themselves in complete control, and in the end, the killer moment arrived for Cristiano Ronaldo on the stroke of half-time. The 35-year-old maestro showing he still has it what it takes at Europe's finest level, and he went on to have a fabulous evening for the Azzurri. Bayern Munich suffered from self-destruct, and 6 minutes into the second half the tie was settled. Paulo Dybala's wonderful skill played it through for Cristiano Ronaldo to finish coolly in front of goal. 3-0 in aggregate and down to 10 men there was no way back from now. And it was a party atmosphere in Turin as Juventus went ahead and celebrated their first semi-final for 4 years. Milan, Pjanic and Higuain combined to set Ronaldo through. Manuel Neuer made an excellent save, but somehow let in a bizarre goal from a very tight angle. The replay showed that Manuel Neuer made a right hash of it, and Ronaldo was lucky to claim the hat-trick. But not to be done, there was a fourth goal for Juventus, a wonderfully well-worked move, and Higuain was through to finish coolly and calmly past Manuel Neuer. It could have been a cricket score tonight. Higuain's quality in front of goal showed the touch which Bayern Munich lacked in their home leg, and ultimately that was to cost them. But there was a glimmer of hope from them and something to take away from the tie. Ivan Perisic pulled one back for Bayern Munich, and at the very least Bayern Munich bowed out with just a little bit more pride. Juventus through to the semi-final.
So there is the other confirmed semi-final, which we can now say it will be Barcelona, and they will take on Juventus. And of course, exclusively live here on Trevor Sports is Manchester City and Liverpool. And now to the Europa League, and 2 British sides remaining. We'll start off with Wolverhampton Wanderers, their first European quarter-final for many years, and it was European royalty in Inter Milan. Watching this one is Trevor Davis.
Martinez up against Connor Cody. His cross, and it's good header away with Wilfred Boli. Eriksson, Brozovic, referee waves play on for the foul on Christian Eriksen. And his cross is looking for Lukaku, who might have just sealed the match. 11 minutes in. Well, Lukaku was in the right place at the right time. Good advantage played by the referee. And in the end, it is 2 former Premier League players that provide the difference. This cross by Eriksson was just so inviting for a centre forward of Lukaku's quality, and it was a fine header. There is Jota. Now Ruben Neves, the ball inside, back up wide to Diego Jota. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Traore and Raul Jimenez getting into the box. Jota's cross, Jimenez! And Handanovic laments his defenders for not taking the opportunity seriously. Jota's cross, Jimenez arrived and headed it over. There's Martinez, Sensi, out wide to Eriksson. Danger here for Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Lukaku got the header in, and it'll be a corner stroke of half time. Well, excellent pass out wide by Sensi, and then cross coming in, and Lukaku's headers actually hit the top of heads of Connor Cody. This is pretty much going to be the final action. Inter Milan have just 3 players in the area. As you know where their mindset is. Eriksson is looking for Lukaku. Fallen at the edge of the area to Young, who is fouled in a dangerous position. Brozovic plays it quickly. Barella! And his effort goes straight at Patricio. Ashley Young seized upon is Lukaku. And now Young. And now Lukaku still. And Young again. Clever looking ball looking for Barella. And it's bounced fortuitously for Wolverhampton. Comfortable save considering. Barella hits one. Well, Patricio dived to his right and has made a good stop. Maybe need to bring that sort of Premier League directness and pace to try and find a difference. Dosser with another teasing cross. Been nothing more than teases thus far. He needs to find the real deal quickly. Johnny Castro. Jota has got time to feed one in. And the header is just palmed away by the feet of Handanovic. from Raul Jimenez. Best chance that Wolverhampton Wanderers have had. Castro. Jota. Good little flick of the heel to Castro. And back to Jota. This is lovely football thus far. Early cross and the bicycle kick is wide from Raul Jimenez. Well, they have put in a real shift tonight, the Wolverhampton Wanderers players, and they do at least deserve to be level on the night. Here's Ashley Young. Are Inter Milan going to wrap it up? They might, you know. Traore's challenge was late. The Romanian referee will issue a yellow card. Two 2-0 would be very, very harsh on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Just 3 in the box for Inter Milan. Sanchez, Brozovic and Lukaku. Oh, it was Lukaku in the end. But that's enough for Inter Milan to get through. Sadly, Wolverhampton Wanderers' European campaign has come to a halt. Quarter-finalists in the Europa League, but beaten tonight by the better sides.
Well, heartbreaker then for Wolves. Inter Milan just had enough in the locker room, and in truth, probably should have seen the game outright in the first leg. Not the only English team, one final game to bring you as well. We'll bring you all the reports, and reporting for us is Trevor Tilsley on Manchester City versus FC Kopenhagen.
Old Trafford, Thursday night in the Europa League. It's becoming more of a familiar event of modern times. However, Manchester United were given a start warning, and Doy's effort when he should have scored earlier on would have put Copenhagen in charge. However, Manchester United started to wake up at a prospect of getting back into the Champions League via the Europa League. Marcus Rashford's finishing, though, was miles off. Indeed, Manchester United will know as this season goes on that, despite them doing their best, that elusive 4th place may turn into Europa League winners. But Manchester United have been there before and looked stronger than before. Bruno Fernandes has been a fantastic signing for them, and he was highly unlucky not to finish after played through. Despite an FA Cup semi-final coming up this Sunday, Manchester United were still able to put out the strongest side possible. Wonders if Leicester City will have the legs on them. United eventually did break through 6 minutes to go before half-time. Wan-Bissaka's cross was met by Marcus Rashford, who volleyed home from close range. Despite the finishing boots not quite being on, it's been Manchester United's arguable best player this season who got the finish. Wan-Bissaka has been a fantastic signing for them. This United side is starting to look into the mould of the manager Ole Solskjaer. Indeed, 4 minutes into the second half, they doubled their advantage, and Bruno Fernandes heading home from inside the 6-yard box. Luke Shaw's cross was a real thing of beauty, and it was an absolutely delightful teasing cross that said to a defender, go on, score. Bruno Fernandes powered the header home. Manchester United were able to make it free just before the 22-minute mark to go. Ili Nagalo scoring in front of the Stretford end. Short to send. Oh, no, Nigeria happy with that. Nagalo delighted with his goal. With his presence has brought in a huge Manchester United following out there in the state that hosts the Super Egos, and they would have been blown away to see their man score. But it wasn't all over. There was a twist in the tale. Lord Bentner, formerly the Arsenal centre-forward, did manage to get on the score sheet at Old Trafford. Played through one-on-one in stoppage time and finished coolly right past David De Gea. Wasn't enough though. Copenhagen needed 4 more goals to go through. But still, they can hope. Replay showed that Fred had made an awful mistake, and it was a good opportunistic finishing by Nicholas Bentner. For Manchester United, they're through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. Copenhagen bow out. United face Inter Milan next.
Well, there you go. It's all confirmed that Manchester United, and they are through to the semi-finals of the Europa League, and the way the draw is shaping up, they've got Inter Milan. So Inter Milan, Manchester United. Watch out, we'll bring you highlights of that here on Sportsnight. So there is all the football that we've got for you tonight. It's not all the football we've got for you this weekend, because we've got an FA Cup semi-final double bill. Saturday, join Trevor Lynham for Grandstand, and we've got Trevor Motson in the commentary box for Manchester United versus Leicester City. And then join us Sunday for a special edition of Matchday Live, where we've got Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspur. So lots of footballing action to bring you here on Trevor Sports. I just hope that it might be taking away what we're all missing at the moment. And I also hope it's encouraging you to stay home. From all of us here on Trevor Sports, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well and hit the notifications to be reminded. We're back next Saturday with live football and Sunday with live football. Do you know, there's a time where the BBC used to have all of this. Good night.